the water port at Iron Ford. You headed south. You spotted some barbarians. You killed them, tracked them back to that H homestead where you returned some of the stolen goods, made some friends, then headed back to the Cairn Road. You traveled down the Cairn Road where you found evidence of an ambushed caravan, at which point you guys decided to look around. You found tracks with Oglavone getting a natural 20 and followed the tracks a little bit, half mile, quarter mile off the road, and then they split with what appeared to be some of the possible passengers on the caravan continuing to the west, and then the more booted military adventurer style tracks leading up. And so you guys took the passage that led north, and we stopped right as you guys were approaching what you assumed to be the outpost or camp, when you saw a figure in the shadows off to the right of the path, studying the path and something ahead. And we stopped there. I'm going to resend that picture to you. That would have been the picture of the person you see, except obviously in armor. And that was when we stopped. It didn't seem to have noticed you. You saw it with a really good check ahead. He didn't seem to have noticed you.
Okay. I was still stealthed, but I would tell the party to hold up, go back, and whisperingly let them know what I see ahead. Looks like some lizard creature is studying the camp.
It could be a guard.
You're coming in real quiet to me, Mac.
Do you think it could be a guard?
He looked like he was more scoping it out than he was protecting it, whatever it is. But the tracks lead right up to him in that general area.
Do you want to go check it out?
Shaban pulls out Regier and tests the edge of it. I can go check it out.
Okay.
Be careful.
How far back are you guys going to be? Like a mile and a half? Because that doesn't sit well with me.
No, it doesn't matter how far do you want us to be back. Do you want me to try and stealth with you or what?
And I'll go up there and see if I can get more information before we just ambush the guy and slaughter him.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the first one, Tony.
So, Shaban, you sneak up. It doesn't appear that the creature realizes you're there. And you stop about probably a good 40 feet, 50 feet from him, and you guess if you get any closer, you're not gonna be able to remain hidden.
Okay, I'm going to study him for I don't know, a minute or so to see if he seems to be with them or not. I think you said last time that it didn't look like he was with them, but I couldn't be sure. But I'm gonna double check it. Damn it. Okay, sorry. Yep, we'll go with that.
Okay, he doesn't appear to be the type of boots, the size of the feet. None of that indicates that any of the tracks you've seen in the ambush or since are tracks that you would guess he makes. So you're assuming he's not a part of this group.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I hear? I assume that he's spying on the party that we've been following. Can I hear anything? Like, can I hear them, the party that we're tracking, or no?
User disconnected.
No, not from this. You don't seem to be able to hear anything.
Okay. With that, I'll reach down and pick up a rock and toss it towards him, hitting the ground before him, trying to get his attention.
Okay. Okay, with that, Tanner, you see a rock land right in front of you, and when you look around, give me a perception check with advantage, please. Okay, you see a strange sight of a human woman kind of off in the bushes on the opposite side of the trail looking right at you, but she looks like she's in she looks to be wearing armor, but she also looks to be wearing some dress-like clothing. It's kind of difficult to see from this distance with the obscuration.
Okay, I'm going to ask who goes there, but not shouting it. State your business or leave.
Shaban waves towards the lizard-like creature, like motioning him towards her, and she will step out a little bit from concealment to show that she has nothing in her hands.
Falcor is very hesitant, but will advance to the woman.
When you get about, I don't know, what do you think? You stop about 10 feet away or something. Shaban would say to you, "Greetings, my name is Lady Shaban. My party and I are tracking another party that it seems to have waylaid a caravan out on the road and it looks like they have taken prisoners."
How many are in your party?
What's that?
How many are with you?
Well, right now it is myself and 2 others.
How far have you been tracking these people? And or do you know any details about them that can confirm this?
Hold on a second. We've been tracking them. We found them on the road, or the ambush site on the road, pretty much straight east of our current location, and we followed them a little bit south, or west of our current location. We followed them south, I don't know, probably about 200 meters or so, and then they went towards the straight east, and they broke contact. The group split up. One group heading towards the east, and the other group heading north, and we followed it up this way. The caravan had a couple wagons that were destroyed. Some people looked like they had been dragged off. Shaban kind of shrugs, says that's pretty much all we have to go on so far.
All right. Falcor, I guess, shares with you the details of what he's seen, which is that I've been tracking these people for a while, and then I was actually ahead of them at one point, and they passed me. There was about 8 of them, and I tracked them to the camp below. They were talking about a raid, a successful raid, which must have been the caravan that you saw that was destroyed.
Did they seem like a ragtag lot, or did they work well together? Did they have any insignia that you noticed?
I didn't notice any insignia, but about 5 of them looked to be about the regular thuggish type. 2 of them had shell-like shields, and one was dressed very strangely in plants and barnacles and such.
If I may ask, what is your name and why do you follow? Or why do you track this group?
My name is Falcor, and I've been tracking this group because I heard of strange things happening in this region. I've been trying to look for work as a mercenary, but I just heard word of this, and it grabbed my attention, and I thought I'd investigate.
Okay, out of character real quick, what kind of weapons are you sporting? Or do I need a perception that, Tony? He's still gone, probably doing PJs.
Well, you can... Yeah, no, well, you can see that I have a longbow and a longsword.
Okay. Is it your intent to ally with these people, or to take them, or what is your intent?
My intent is to eviscerate them, but I also would like to make a note that I did not see any prisoners with them, even though they did talk about successfully gaining many prisoners.
Shaban gets a faraway look on her face as she contemplates the information that he is told. She goes, if you would like to follow me back to the rest of my party, we will maybe devise some sort of plan of action, at least for this current altercation, because it seems like our paths are running parallel, and it's better to make plans as a whole than go in there piecemeal.
That would be beneficial, as I don't think I could take 8 of them at once.
I use my lucky. Shaban smiles, very welcoming to you, and says, really, 8 seems like just a slight workout for myself and the rest of my group. And she kind of, the smile is still there, and then she turns around and says, if you'd like to follow us. And I would turn around and head back towards where we left the party, going somewhat quietly. You know, with the giant lizard.
Give me an insight check, please.
Okay, I will follow the woman, also making a comment. 8 being a trivial matter for you, eh?
As Shaban's walking, she turns her head over her shoulder and says, a trivial matter, and continues walking.
I like you already.
Okay, now you guys estimate you're probably about a 10-minute walk from the encampment. You're close enough to probably, as you've seen, have a short conversation, but not close enough that they'll hear it. But if you're loud, it wouldn't be too unreasonable for them to actually hear you.
Okay. As they arrive back with the party, Augie, Matthias, you guys stay in the general area, or did you guys go do your thing, or what?
We stayed. I stayed.
Yeah, I stayed too.
Okay. As Shaban walks in, not trying to be stealthy, says, "We have a visitor, gentlemen," and steps aside and lets the giant lizard walk into the group.
Greetings.
Hello?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Augie.
Oh no, you're fine. I just greet him and ask him where he's from.
I am from the... Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm from the West. I forget my backstory. Hold on.
It's okay.
Well, I'll just say for now. I just came from Kingdom to the West.
Oh, I see.
This, as Shaban kind of lets the pause fill for a second, and says, "This is Falcor, a mercenary by trade. He is hunting the same group that we are," and then Shaban would fill everybody in on what transpired, what Falcor said, and finishes up with, "I thought that if we are both running the same course, that it would be better to act together than get in each other's way."
I'm going to skip over the introduction of Dimble because, one, I don't feel like I could do that justice. And two, I think you've watched a couple videos, at least one there, Tanner, so you've seen Dimble's personality. You can interpret as you need. And when you guys are ready to move forward and how you're moving forward, just let me know.
Okay. And Dimble does his thing over there. You know, knee high to you and everything. So Shaban would say, I still think the best approach would be to follow along their trail, with me scouting and the louder of the group. And she looks pointedly at Augie with a slight look over to Falcor as well, wearing, I assume, some sort of metal armor.
I actually have leather armor on.
Okay. How can you tell the difference between your skin and the armor? Anyways,
User entered your channel.
so she says, I'll lead, and if you guys want to follow up behind, we'll get the lay of the land and then make an actual quick plan. Unless you've already seen their encampment, Falcor.
No, I haven't gotten a good look at their encampment.
And before Shaban takes off, she says, I do think that we need to focus on the weird creature wearing, you said, barnacles and shells and such?
Yeah, a lot of like watery plant-based plants.
Yeah, I think we should focus on him first. And with that, Shaban would, once the party's in agreement, Shaban would lead the way.
Hoagie agrees and follows Siobhan.
Matthias follows along.
I will try to stay close to Shaban.
Damn it, I'm trying to only click it once. Don't worry about I'm not using the lucky. I'd take that 19.
It's always something with you.
I put him on my quick bar, or my hot bar, and I haven't used my hot bar in my characters in a while, because I usually have 2 or 3 things set up, 2 or 3 character sheets, so I'm trying to get used to only clicking it once.
Excuses.
Exactly.
Shut your whore mouth. This why nobody likes you, Matthias.
Well, that and...
Oh yeah, there's definitely more, but that's one of the reasons nobody likes you. And keep talking. What happened to my last cleric in my other group, right?
Heard tell.
He took a long fall off of a short cliff. Okay. And I got my perception on and my stealth on and start following the trail back to where we met Falcor.
Okay. Send you a map real quick. Preloading. Stand by. It's been... I thought I was preloading it. So if you guys look down to the bottom left, I gotta get Shaban back on there. I took you off for some practice combat, and I gotta put Dimble back on there. So you guys can arrange yourself how you want. You guys don't have to all be on the map if that puts you in a position where you have to be following too close. I'm actually gonna move you guys real quick. Put you at the bottom left. Shaban, I'm gonna put you right here. Give me a perception check, please.
Go with the first one.
Okay. So from there, you can hear talking in a depression ahead. Obviously, you can see it. I'm not going to mask an outside map right now. But you can hear talking from that depression up ahead.
Okay, Shaban would... Do you need me to reroll stealth to get closer?
Yes, please.
Second one, I'll use my second lucky. And Shaban would be going towards, cover, or not cover, but concealment anyways, as she comes up. There you go. Can I see anything inside there?
Yes, you can. Give me a perception again.
I think I lag, so you're probably gonna get like 30 fucking perceptions. Are you guys still there?
Yeah,
I'm still
just
here.
waiting on a perception to come in.
Yeah, so I've clicked it like 4 times. It's not. Hold on.
Mine seems to work.
As usual.
Mine's sitting there. This is what mine's saying. Unable to open window using wildcard link because no module containing the link is. This is pissing me off.
Just roll a dice. There we go.
There.
I'm going to throw you a description in a second after I finish unmasking some creatures. I accidentally drug him away. So, in a small fire that is carefully hidden in the middle to be protected, the light inside of the little depression is in the middle of a haphazard encampment. Half a dozen battered tents are strewn around. Some of them are knocked over, but they look like they just are thrown up every night. There's crates of provisions, clearly stolen because they're from different places, and racks on which there is smoked fish hanging and curing. There's several fierce-looking human warriors, there's specifically 2. The Crushing Wave Reaver, if you put your mouse over the token, it'll tell you. They are sitting down around the area with strange-looking swords and shields. They're not wearing a massive amount of armor, but their swords are adorned, that's the word I wanted, adorned all along the edge with teeth. Their shields look to be made of some type of water creature, and I'm going to be sending you guys images. Just give me a second. That would be the Crushing Wave Reaver there. I'm working on the second one right now. And that would be the man who's labeled Crushing Wave Priest. He's got a staff. He's clearly a magician. He has what appears to be kelp, but it's wet as if he's just walked out of the ocean. He has barnacles all over his skin, and his hands seem to be webbed.
Okay. Sent.
Stand by a second. You guys can talk.
Okay. Well, everything I had to ask you. Natasha, get your man in line. This is bullshit.
He's your man too.
Yeah, but he doesn't listen to me.
What's your question,
He
Master?
doesn't listen to me either.
Yeah, there you go. See, I was told that there's 8, and I only see 5 there. Knowing that there's 8, would I be able to pick out any of the other ones, or no?
If there are
Going to-
more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Falcor told me there are 8, so I assume that there's 8. So I would look around a little bit more carefully to see if I can pick out the other, 3?
You can move around and try, but it requires another stealth check. Just because you know or have heard they're there doesn't mean they're still there, doesn't mean you can see them omnipresently.
Okay. How far down is the depression?
10-foot drop.
Okay. Shaban would go back to the party and relay the information. Sticking to the shrubbery and concealment. But she would let everybody know. In the depression, currently there are 5 people. The 2 guys with the shield and the weird swords, and then the barnacle-encrusted guy with the staff. And then 2 regular humans. It's they're in a depression about 10 foot down. On the far side is a set of stairs to get down if we so choose to do that. How do we want to go on this? Just charge straight at him, jump down? That's my plan. Once the battle starts, I'm going to get in a good shot and then just go down the side from where I was hiding. You guys want to go around the stairs, or how do you want to work this?
I think we can just go around the stairs and maybe talk to him first.
Okay. I'll be up, and Shaban kind of gestures towards the tree she was hiding in. Says, I'll be up there just in case.
Okay.
I would advise talking them might be a bad idea, but if it's your party, you do what you want.
Shaban kind of just shrugs and looks at Augie.
If you guys just want to go in and
Amethyst.
start killing people, I mean, I'll kill whoever.
Maybe they'll surrender.
Yeah, at the sight of Augie, they might surrender right away.
Right? There's always that choice, or always that chance. Regardless, I will be up there hiding, waiting to anything untoward starts. I'll be there to back you guys up.
I might try to stay
Okay.
on the upper edge, too.
Okay.
So when you guys get to the top of the stairs, Malachi or Matthias and Ogie, give me a perception check, please. So you guys hear a sound that is almost like a wave splash, like the wave crashing on the shore, and everyone in the middle of the depression jumps up. And Matthias, with your 21 there, you notice the sound is coming from a tree you guys just passed. And it's a person up in a tree. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. They are standing up. They're not attacking per se or charging, but they are reacting, and it doesn't look like they're reacting in a friendly manner.
I'd like to tap Ogi on the shoulder and point to the bandit in the tree.
Okay.
So they start looking around when they react, but they're not going to get an action this first round because the ones in the depression aren't going to get an action. The ones who know you're there are. You guys know they're there. So we're going to start off with you guys getting a surprise round. Everyone who was aware of everyone else will get a surprise round.
Oh god. Matthias will, I guess, step forward to about here, raise a hand and say, hello? Hello there.
As you move up, and that doesn't count as your action, but as you move up, they draw their weapons or grab their weapons.
We've come to talk?
They don't look like they want to talk to you, but you can pass your turn if you want.
For now, yeah. I'll pass that.
So, the bandit here doesn't know where you guys are at. There. And he takes a shot at Matthias. This bandit over to the right is up in a tree, as is the one off to the left. The one off to the left levels his crossbow at Matthias and releases a crossbow bolt. He hits the stones right in front of your feet, but doesn't do any damage.
On that note, Shaban takes aim. She's already had a bead on the crushing wave priest and releases her arrow. And shoots him in his leg, I would assume. Clipping him.
And that's a hit. You got your damage. And skip him, skip him, skip him. There we go. I tried to make the lines here brighter. I tried to go with a blue. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a hit.
Hopefully he falls out.
He takes it in his knee, but he doesn't fall out of the tree. He looks like it hurt him, but it didn't knock him completely down. But it definitely looked like it did a substantial amount of damage there. I'm going to skip down. You don't have to hit the button because I'm skipping over the priest.
Okay, I'm going to take a shot at the priest as well with my longbow.
Okay, that's a hit. Okay, and you don't need to hit that. Do you guys have anything specific you want to do for Badger to do?
I'd say you probably would just. I would have him just cast a cantrip spell at the priest, probably. You guys say that's. I don't want to take his magic, and I don't want to use him if he's not.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah, I think so.
If he's got any damaging cantrip spells, go for it, Tony.
Okay, I'll throw his fire one. So I gotta move him up to the edge of the depression there. I gotta get his sheet up. Give me a second. Damn Dimble, and his sheet looks worse than, almost as bad as Matt's wizard.
My shit makes total sense.
Your shit makes no sense.
Works for me.
He manages to hit the priest for 9 damage. Hits him, give you the rolls there. Does some good amount of burning there. And we'll send it back up to round 1, where they react. And the first thing they do is they charge up. Let's see. He moves up to here and throws his javelin at Matthias. And he hits you in the side. It doesn't do a massive amount of damage. It gets mostly stopped by your armor. But the bandit there kneels down and takes a shot at you with his crossbow, but he takes disadvantage. I'm sorry, -2 for the cover, because it's over, you're 10 feet up. And it goes sailing right over your head.
Okay, good.
Did you guys get that music?
Yep.
Yep. I would like to cast Spiritual Weapon. Right in front of the Crushing Wave Reaver, who's coming up the stairs.
Okay, I'll throw an S down for you. Let's see.
And swinging his mace, Matthias will have this spiritual weapon hack Reaver. Is that it?
It did.
Hooray! And Matthias will move back a bit. Safety of Oklahoma.
Let's see. As Falcor steps out, another bandit from another tree kicks loose a bolt and misses. That is extremely loud. Please give me a second. bolt hits the stone right in front of your feet. The other bandit changes targets to Oglavone as he wobbles with a javelin lodged in his knee and completely misses.
The edges of these depressions, are they straight down or they have somewhat of an angle to them?
The edge of the wall is straight down. You could roll an acrobatics after your jump. I was
Okay.
a little.
Shaban would take a 5-foot step forward and jump down into the bottom
Okay.
of the area. And let me get you my check. I assume I'm okay.
Yes, you don't take any damage. You roll out successfully, avoiding the damage.
And I still have, okay, I would go there, do my 20. With that, I assume that 5 and the dropping down, would that be the full, would that be 15 or would that just be?
That would be, yeah, it would be the 10-foot, 10-foot drop plus the 5 you moved.
Okay, so. There you go. And as soon as I get there, I would attack. Hold on. Yeah, I'm taking my lucky.
That's a hit.
It's the last one. Now Shaban leaps down, rolls at the bottom when she lands, rushes up to him. As soon as she gets to him, she ducks around to the back of him and stabs him in a kidney. And with the other one, she just scores another slice across his shoulders as she finishes up.
Nice. The bandit here moves around, gets behind you, and attacks with a scimitar he draws as he's coming out. Cuts all the way down from shoulder to hip. And the 8th person that you were looking for, hiding off to the right there, pops out of the trees and releases a crossbow bolt at Matthias. And buries it into your arm. Does a little bit of damage, not too bad. There's still a hobgoblin on here. Oglavone throws the javelin and hits the bandit up in the tree there and knocks him in the chest, knocks him backwards out of the tree, and he hits the ground. And you can still move, Ogie.
My gosh, should I stay up here and get the other one in the tree, or do you guys want me to come down?
Shaban votes for coming down.
I would say go down too, yeah.
You can handle Shaban.
I can handle some of it, not all of this. jump off the edge and come down.
From that height, you could hop down and not take any damage. That leaves you with 5 more feet you can move if you want to. Okay. The strange-looking person there targets Lady Shaban and casts a spell on her. And you succeed in your saving throw there.
What did it feel like it was?
Your limbs
Mine.
started to stiffen for a second before you were able to shake it off.
Yeah.
Do I get an advantage to shoot this bandit from behind?
Not for shooting him from behind. The advantage that you would get from attacking from the other side, it's melee only. You do get advantage for shooting from above at his back. So it's not an every time rule. It's this particular circumstance rule. You do get advantage, but just it's not the flanking rule. So it would be different.
Okay, I'll take it.
Hit. You lodge an arrow in his arm.
I think I'm going to take my action surge to jump down and attack him with a melee attack from behind.
Okay, you moved 15 feet. You can jump down, and that will put you right at your 30. And you can do your action surge for a melee attack. Still be advantage because you're now flanking. You dropped a 1. That's a hit. And you didn't get a fumble.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. The crushing wave reaver over there runs to intercept Oglavone and attacks with that shark tooth longsword you saw. And Oglavone ducks out of the way. And you want
Shark
Dimble.
tooth, ooh ha ha.
Ooh ha ha. Dimble?
I would still have him focused on the priest right now, just cantrips for now. Fuzzy nuts.
Scores a hit. The crushing wave reaver turns, ignoring the spiritual weapon, and this group seems to be a lot more skilled at using tactics against you guys. They seem to be maneuvering, but you guys are still appearing to be an equal match to them. Their attacks are missing as often as they hit. This one manages to hit with the longsword. It doesn't do any extra longsword damage, but it does leave some puncture wounds in your arm there, Oglavone. The bandit here moves down here and levels a crossbow at Shaban and fires his crossbow again. And he sends it skipping right over your feet, bounces it off the stone and misses, but barely misses.
Matthias will firstly cast Cure Wounds upon himself. Then, as a bonus action, I can move my sword. Correct?
Correct. You can move it, I think it's 30 feet. I think it's 30 feet.
Well, I'd like to move it to behind this crushing wave reaver here. Have it attack him.
So as a bonus action, you can move it 20 feet, and that's fine because it floats, and you can attack.
Advantage. Never mind, don't worry about it.
Also, apparently it doesn't get advantage, which makes me sad.
It does not. I
Really?
tried that too. It does not. Spiritual weapon does not grant advantage. There was a bunch of people asking about it. When I had a cleric, I tried it, and it's a no dice. But it is a critical hit, so there's that.
There you go.
Wings it into the back of this reaver's head.
This bandit jumps down, which counts as 10 feet, and that leaves him 50. As he moves there.
Shaban's going to attack the priest again. Actually, hold on. Yep. Shaban's going to focus on the priest, even though she could get flanking because he's the greater threat. Especially after he just tried making me all numb and shit. Okay.
Okay. He tried to make you numb and failed.
Yep.
You gonna move?
No, I'm trying to finish up my attack. Move something out of the way. And Shaban will... Yeah, Shaban will stay there. Yep, my turn.
Bandit number 5 continues to attack Shaban, aiding the priest. Actually, I accidentally applied damage I shouldn't have, so I'll take that off.
Shaban ducks out of the way.
Stand by. So the bandit up there stays up there. He doesn't seem to be having any strong desire to engage in melee, but he shoots an arrow, or a bolt, I should say, at Matthias. And that arrow he embeds deep in your hip, and you feel that bolt hit bone. And I don't know who that applied to. Nobody. I'll apply it over here.
You really didn't have to do that.
I didn't have to. I mean, I feel like have to is a strong term. So, Ogie, the bandit or the reaver to your left is the one who's showing wounds. The one to your right is fully healthy.
I could just flank with Siobhan.
You could, but if you move out of their range, they'll both get a free attack against you.
Yeah. If you have any rages, now would be the time to rage up.
I just put it on.
Okay.
To hit. And that's a kill shot. So the Crushing Wave Priest there doesn't seem too happy with you. 1 second though. He casts another spell at Lady Shaban. The indications seem to be it's an identical spell. Which you resist again. And it's the same type of spell. It attempts to freeze your limbs, paralyze you, and you resist it.
Woohoo!
Alright, I will take another slash at the back of this bandit in front of me because I'm really pissed off that he ignored me.
Okay, that's a hit. And you cut him down.
And that will end my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna move, actually. To...
Okay. If you just, heads up, if you take another step, Shaban will get flanking next turn. The Crushing...
there?
Yes.
Yep.
The Crushing Wave Reaver takes an attack of opportunity from Oglavone. So if you want to do an attack against her, Oglavone, as she's leaving your area, you can do that. That's a miss. As she ducks under your hammer and scoots behind, she was going to attack you anyways, but she moves to here, and I'm not going to apply flanking after I've moved you there, and attacks you. And misses with her attack. Badger, seeing a creature coming his way, I'll make that command decision. He sends a, let's see, is that his? Yeah, that's a different one. He sends a witch bolt of lightning arcing directly at him.
And yells out, "Fuzzy nipples!"
That's a hit. Let me see which of these. That's the same. Not too much damage, but then he backs up his 25 feet.
Alright. So first things first, Matthias would like to draw forth his wand of magic missile and attack Bandit 9 in the trees there with let's say 4 charges worth.
Okay. And Bandit in the tree, number 9, drop some damage on him, and that's an instant kill.
Hooray! And next up, have the sword as a bonus action move towards the Crushing Wave Reaver number 4 there and swing his arm. Time with the Spectral Mace, hit it, or try to.
1 second. Okay, that is a miss. Give me 1 second. I need to click on something.
Yellow, hey!
Right?
Wrong
I-
spell.
I don't care. I didn't know it was the wrong spell, but, that's true. You did use the wand. I still don't regret it. I didn't have it prepared. But did you want to move after you got your instant kill up there with your wand?
I'm gonna try, I'm gonna stay here, I think, and try to not bleed to death.
I feel like that's a good choice. And this particular bandit up on the edge continues to chase Dimble. This time he only moves 30 feet and releases a crossbow bolt and manages to hit the little guy.
Shaban still attacking the dragon or the whatever wave priest.
Hit.
Hold on a second. And I would get sneak attack. And attacks again.
It's a crit.
Siobhan stabs at him, feints in, and does a glancing blow against the side of his neck. He's bleeding profusely. And with the second one, it was just a diversionary stab. Or the first one was diversionary stab, second one in the throat. But glancing. Let's go, Augie. Flank that shit and crush his skull.
Hit. And you bring your hammer down. Crushing Wave Priest running out of options for that. Upcasts Magic Missile. Apparently didn't target. Right. Let's go ahead and bring these over for some Lady Shaban action.
Everybody's trying to get some Lady Shaban action. What the fuck?
Everybody's had it.
Not yet.
Alright, I'm gonna try to attack the priest for the killing blow with a nice long slice to his back.
Okay, 1 second. Don't roll your damage, please.
You also have advantage, so
Yeah, I forgot to roll that.
yeah, just roll another attack on that because you may get a crit.
Okay, you got a 16 there. And 1 second. That's a hit. He makes motions of his hands, and he brings up an invisible barrier to protect. As a reaction, it's a spell he can cast as you attack. He brings up an invisible barrier, and your longsword shatters the invisible barrier as it goes through.
Sweet. So roll damage.
Yes. And it goes right through the barrier and kills him. Your description if you desire.
I guess I'll come through the invisible shield and just completely sever off his into his collarbone and go about halfway in.
And he's down.
And I guess I'll end my turn there.
Okay. So the Crushing Wave Reaver sees his leader fall and screams in rage and attacks you from behind. And misses in their recklessness. Badger targets the bandit and kicks loose with another spell. Need to make sure I'm marking off the spells he casts. So Bandit 14, seeing the priest drop, takes a disengage action and starts moving for the stairs.
Alright, well, Matthias will have his, sword, actually, attack, Wave Reaver number 4. And move towards Badger. Assume that hits.
It does.
Hooray!
And Bandit 1 turns and runs away. Just barrels full on sprint.
Shaban, seeing him, the bandit disengage, instantly breaks towards him and attacks him.
Okay.
As she comes running up to him, she
You
slides
didn't
in.
target him. I'm going to have to
sorry.
drag the damage. It's 14.
Yeah.
That kills him.
Yeah, so she comes in, and as she comes in, she severs the artery in his leg up by his groin. Just don't piss her off. And as he comes down, she stabs him through the bottom of the jaw, and then does a little twirl and faces towards the Crushing Reaver number 4.
All right, Ogie. That's a miss.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I will turn around and attack the Crushing Wave Reaver.
It's a hit.
Roll it again because you have advantage.
Yep, forgot.
No big deal. You're not the first one. Did you want to move? I'm sorry, I clicked it too quick.
No, I'm good.
The Crushing Wave Reaver seems to be flying into a reckless state and doesn't seem to be able to focus very well. She swings her sword and misses again. Badger, moved him too close there, steps up and targets her with his spell. And does some damage. Doesn't kill her though. It burns a hole in her arm.
Matthias will swing his spiritual weapon at the Reaver once more. Is that a hit?
It is. And with that blow, the Crushing Wave Reaver falls dead.
Yay.
Really, you need to get the winning sound of Final Fantasy on that. So every time we get done, it's like dun 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 dun.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
Alright, perfect.
Sounds good.
Sweet.
I gotta step away for a second too. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Augie, are you in here?
I'm here.
Okay, while Tony's gone, we'll do a little role playing. Shaban wipes her daggers off on the body of the human bandit and walks up towards Falcor. And when she gets there, she holds out her hand and says, "You fight well, and I think I am in agreement with the rest of the party." And she kind of looks around. I assume Matthias would be walking this direction. And if you would like a position, we can't pay you per se, but you would get an equal share of any spoils from battles or conquests that we undertake. And she leaves her hand sitting out.
Well, since you did make that matter seem like a trivial thing, I agree to join your group, and I do not need compensation because I am a seeker to protect the weak.
Shaban kind of looks at Falcor questioningly, but does shake his hand and says, welcome to the party. No pun intended. And then she would go off searching the priest and everybody else, like she does.
Matthias kind of stumbles down the steps into the middle of the ring there, falls to his knees and begins praying, casting prayer of healing on the injured peoples around here.
On who?
Like, basically everybody who's injured.
Okay.
I'm assuming Dimble
So,
would also
friendly
kind of
people.
walk up to us.
Yeah, I would assume so too. I don't think he wants to be there by himself. Nice, thank you.
Like, as you're searching, he's just like, trying to not die.
Yep, yep.
Alright, guys. Let me unlock the tokens. Sorry, I'll approve those moves before I unlock them. So what did you guys want to do?
Okay, I need just a minute. The people who are here for the room's showing up, so I'll be back on like 5 minutes.
That's okay. Go ahead. We'll take a longer break.
Okay, hey, I'm searching the bodies with that perception check.
Matt, let us know when you get back after you get set up.
User disconnected from your channel.
Mal, you still there? Guess not.
User entered your channel.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah. Currently, this usually doesn't happen, but I'm currently on a trip for work, so I gotta play where I can.
Yeah, fair enough. In September, I'm basically going to be playing out of a hotel for the whole month, so.
It's pretty much what I'm doing for the next this week, yeah, next 3 weeks. And then 1 week in August.
Alright, so you search the bodies, right?
Yep.
So when you search the bodies, you find a good deal of water trinkets, shells, and some kelp. So a lot of their food appears to be from rations that were grown from underwater plants. You find their shark-tooth swords, their strange-looking shields, which appear to be some type of sea animal. The bandits have no strange underwater stuff, nothing like that. They just look, standard vagabonds you'd find: leather armor, scimitars, crossbows. And the priest has his staff. It's a non-magical staff. You can tell it's just a strange shell on a stick, but his skin isn't magically altered, as far as you can tell, as in it's not an illusion. He actually has barnacles growing out of his skin, and the parts that you haven't annihilated, and his fingers are webbed. It's very strange looking. As the general area has crates from what looks to be multiple different caravans. It looks like they've been raiding here for a little while.
Are there any signs that prisoners were kept here at any point?
As far as you can tell, it doesn't appear that any prisoners were kept here. It looks like there may have been 10 or 12 people in total, but at this point it doesn't look like there were ever any prisoners kept here. There's no cages, there's no manacles, there's nothing of that nature.
The crates that came from the shipments, is there just normal stuff, or is there like weapons or anything like that, or just food stuff?
Most of it's general goods. One of the things that does catch your eye is another book written in Dwarvish.
Anybody speak Dwarvish?
I do.
Would you mind looking at this, please?
I sure will.
So, in the book, it is a log from my apologies, it's a log from a druid, the dwarven druid, and it looks like it's a guide on underground druidic practices. And it looks like it's a instruction manual for new druids. It's pretty well made. It looks like it's not been used a lot, so it looks like it's more of a display copy. Possibly it was rewritten from a different copy. This one looks like it's more for display than it is for actual use. It's written in Dwarven, and it references dwarves and Underdark Dwarven druid activities and practices.
Do any of the crates have the Mirabar, or I think that's what it is, logo on it?
Give me an investigation check, please.
Anybody else can too if their intel's high.
Thias is busy praying. Can't help.
I'll take it.
Wow, that's some nice rolls. As you guys go through the crates, you don't find anything that's stamped with the axe of Mirabar, which is the symbol you guys have come to find is associated with it. You do find some general metal works inside of a couple crates that look like they are 5 to 6 iron ingots, which are stamped with that axe, but no crate specifically. It looks like they were placed in this crate because the rest of the things in this crate look to be non-metal related.
Okay. I say we take the book, and I don't know how much iron ingots are worth, but you guys want to take the armor and weapons as well?
Yeah.
Go back to where those things split, and then try to follow the other one.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
That makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, we'll take the leather and scimitars and shark teeth and shield and
Okay, 1 second. I will get you
the book and ingots.
Give me a couple seconds to get all of the weapons transferred over for you. So one of the strange things you did notice as you were fighting them, as I said, was the Crushing Wave Reavers, the guys with the strange shields and the shark tooth swords, didn't have any armor on. They had clothing, but no armor. The priest had a chain shirt on. The rest of it is in there now. So, you guys said you're going to head back?
Well, to where they split up and try to follow the other pathway.
Okay, I will need a survival check from the skills tab from whoever wants to do it. I think Oglavone might have had the best, but I might be wrong.
Yep, Augie.
That'll definitely do it. So you guys follow some tracks, and I'm going to send you another image. Resend it, recenter it here. You can close the other map. I'll unshare it after a while. But you move back to here. And at this point, it looks like, and you can tell by the muddy footprints, it appears that the entire group boarded a boat of some kind. You can see that it was a flat bottom boat, that seems to be pretty common on rivers, and it looks like it had been run up on the shore.
Which way does the river flow?
The river flows from north to south.
Well, everything, if they were heading north, then more than likely you said that this river could be traversed north as well, right? It's just going
absolutely.
against the stream.
Merchants frequently travel north to south, pretty frequently. And the commander of Feathergale Spire did actually tell you guys that there were people that patrolled and moved up and down it with traders. So it's definitely well traveled.
I would say probably they went north then. You guys want to continue following this, or you guys want to go down to Ironford?
I would say keep following the river. What do you guys? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to follow the river north? Was that what I understood?
Yes, I believe that's what we decided.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. It's getting kind of close to dark. You guys make it to about right here before you are forced to camp. So don't need to pull up any maps or anything unless you get attacked. But we will just have you guys set up a watch order. So who's watching first, second, third, fourth, and then perception checks in the order of your watch, please.
I can take first.
Magic users bookend it, and then everybody else will.
I think I'll take third.
Okay, I'll go with second then.
Okay, just
Go for it.
if you want to,
I was
guys
gonna
want to give me
sure,
perception
hard
checks.
time.
Okay. You guys pass the night without any disturbances. It doesn't seem to be anybody in the general area. You don't see anyone or hear anyone. I'm working on pulling up a map. Give me just a second. Okay, I got it up. So, you guys are continuing north, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Can you give us a long rest?
I am working on it presently. Just
Thank you.
There you go. I'll leave Dimple's spells the same. So as you continue to head north from there, you guys follow the river. Right about, let's see, this point on the map, I gotta move the recorder, 1 second. Give me a perception check there, Shaban, please. So I'm going to give it to everybody because everybody can generally see. But just up ahead, and I give it to Shaban. I don't exclude anybody. Anybody can roll, but Shaban gets the first one because she's out front as in general. But as you guys come around the bend, you see a small keep or castle that overlooks the wildly flowing Desserin River. It looks like it's a good, at this point, where the castle sits on the bank of the river, it's about a half-mile wide. So the river's about a half-mile wide. I'm going to throw a token on here. Let me get a medium token. Let's just go with a K. So that's too big. Let's get a smaller token. Go with a K right about here. Right on the edge of the river. On the riverbank, there's a smaller tower and a boat basin where there appear to be multiple boats moored. I'm going to be sending you guys a picture just in a second. And you can see there you have the keep and then a smaller set of towers, some boats moored, and The keep seems to be old and worn out. There are new timbers and shingles on the keep, as well as one of the towers, that suggests the structure is under repair. There's a white blue banner with a blue gauntlet flying over the keep. The front gate is closed. I'm going to send you a map. Right. You can close the other map. I'll be sending you an additional map, but it is masked, so it's going to show up as completely blank at first. So I'm going to unmask the front gate, which isn't a massive gate. Then I'm going to work my way around and unmask, because you have to understand that towers are harder to unmask. But there are some battlements up there. You guys can explore the map. And there are, from there, the main entrance features a 2-story gatehouse. That square tower or structure there is attached to the round tower, which I'm going to unmask momentarily. Arrow slits look out onto the ground outside the gate. The gate itself is double doors of new, thick wood that looks to be reinforced with bands of metal. So it appears that this door is new. There's the tower there, and that little strange cutout of the stone is an arrow slit looking on. I'm not going to throw you guys on the map because you may not want to actually approach, but that is the front gate. I'm going to keep unmasking around the edge. All the way to the water. I'm not going to unmask in the water because you guys don't have that perspective, but I will give you to the water. And then there is the keep is inside of the battlements, so the actual keep is inside of the structure. And it is attached to the wall, so the keep, if you scroll up a little, actually let me just scroll out so you guys don't have to mess with the map. There we go. That's probably a little better. So the actual keep itself is right here. This structure right here is the actual keep. It has arrow slits and windows as well. The gate is down there to the south. So at this point, you guys can take a look. You guys can see, as you take a look, there are patrols on the walls. It doesn't look like it's a large number of people. There's not 50 people on the walls. You see a person occasionally.
Can I make a history check to see if I know anything about this place?
You can. So, you haven't necessarily heard of this exact keep. You have heard that there are haunted castles or keeps around the Somber Hills that were constructed long ago by knightly orders, and the knightly orders either left or died out. There's conflicting rumors, but the castles became abandoned, and they were originally 4, but you are or have heard them referred to as the haunted keeps, and this strikes a memory about one that was on the banks of the Desserin.
What do you guys want to do? So this is one of the quote-unquote haunted keeps, right?
He thinks so. He doesn't know for a fact. He's never been to them. He's heard of it.
You guys
Abandoned a
want
while
to-
ago.
Yeah. But it looks like there's people in it now, or something in it moving around now.
Yes, and it looks like from what you saw when you were coming around the river, there were signs of the building being repaired, or the buildings. New shingles, new support timbers. The door, the main door, is new wood with iron bands.
You guys want to... They haven't seen us yet?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. You guys want to wait till night and have me try to sneak up, or do you guys want to go up and knock on the door like you did at the air place?
I'm okay with either one.
Well, it seems like they're kind of fortifying, so I would rather wait for night and scope it out.
Okay.
Matthias?
Yeah, might want to safe first.
Okay. Wait for night.
Okay. You guys, I presume, are keeping an eye on the keep through the remainder of the day, which it's still pretty early. There are people that change guards. They don't seem to keep too many guards on there. You do see some evidence of people working inside, hammering, things like that. It definitely sounds like there's work being done. You don't necessarily know what exactly that work is. But other than the change of the guard and the occasional work sounds, you don't see anything else as night falls fully.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait a couple probably an hour or so after it gets, about an hour after it gets completely dark, and then I will do my sneak thing.
Okay. Just Shaban heading in.
Unsneaky.
Yeah, I realize I'm wearing scale mail, which is disadvantage to stealth. So.
Okay. So, if anybody else wants to hop in, you're more than welcome, but I'll just assume it's Shaban. From here, from the ground outside the wall to the crenellations, battlements, it's 15 feet high. So, I'm going to put just Shaban on the map and let Shaban move where Shaban wants to. And it looks like Ogie's going along, so I'll throw you on the map too.
There you go. And I will just... I think I'm gonna start heading north first. Is there anything... Is those doors, that they look like they're sealed up, or are they kind of just people going in and out of them all day?
You've never seen anybody go in and out. They looked barred.
Okay.
Lady
And
Shaban, do you want me to go with you or wait back?
Hold on. Yeah, you can come with me. You got a 17, that's pretty good. Everybody else just wait in case all hell breaks loose.
Sounds good.
I'm part of the bomb squad. If you see me running, try to keep up.
Right?
Okay. So you are heading where now?
I'm gonna head towards what I assume would be the north and around the side up there to see if there's anything that we've seen like that can be considered like an entrance.
So as you move around,
I don't find anything.
you don't see anything that could be indicative of an entrance. The only entrance you've seen so far is that barred door at the front. You do see a guard patrolling on the battlement right here. This battlement, not specifically. He's pacing, so I'm not going to mark him unless there's a need.
I'm close enough that it's not an easy shot through the arrow slits.
Right, you're fine. And you can tag along if you want, Oglavone, or you can stay at the front. It's up to you. I'm just gonna let you guys move and unmask as you go.
Peek around the corner, see if everybody's walking up on that battlement.
There is also a guard on that battlement, yes, but he's patrolling just one. There's another tower I'm currently working on. Circles are harder to unmask.
Just do what I plan to do and just block it off. Straight line right across.
I am not surprised by your laziness. So from
I don't know
here,
how to do what you're doing.
I'll teach you. Matt's running his first D&D game on Wednesday.
Fun.
So from here, there's another tower, and there is an escarpment dropping down on, and then there's the river. As I said, it's about a half mile across, so it's, quite large. And from there, peeking around, combining this knowledge with the knowledge you gained taking a look at it, you know from the other direction, when you guys were approaching from up the river, you could tell there was also a wall. I'm going to go ahead and unmask some more of this for you, just for your general purposes, combining your knowledge all gained so far. The one thing you could see when you were over there was that there were boats in there, and you could see there was a chain across as a chain break. And for those of you who aren't boats and are aware of what that is, I'm going to send you the picture again so you can close it again. But the chain there, I'm going to zoom in now. This chain right here is designed to prevent boats from entering or leaving. If a boat tries to go over that, it'll tear the boat's bottom out, and then the ship will sink.
Hua hua.
So it's basically the boat version of a gate.
Okay, Huggy. Since I'm listening real quick to hear if I hear any movements or anything like that.
Okay.
Besides the guy walking on the battlements, like through the arrow slits.
I don't hear anything.
Except your heavy breathing.
So Shaban, other than Ogie's growling tummy, you hear some, I'm going to say guttural, gravelly sounding voices coming from inside that arrow slit. They're not speaking any language that you speak, but they seem like they're having a joyous old time. It's not angry or unhappy. And it's also no language that Oglavone speaks, so it's just general gravelly voices about all you can get.
Okay. Come over here. I'm going to watch the guy on the tower as he's going back and forth. Is he paying really close attention, or is he just kind of strolling along, private, pissed off that he's got guard shift?
Somewhere in the middle. He doesn't look disgruntled, but he also doesn't look like he's paying a massive amount of attention. He looks like he's been on guard duty for a while, so his passion for his job probably died off a little bit.
Is it well lit up on the walkway?
He's carrying a torch.
Okay. I'm gonna pull Augie over here and very quietly whisper, sorry, drag you over a little bit. We can either go back and get everybody and try to there's three options. We can go back and get everybody and maybe storm it, but with the new fighter, it's gonna be very hard for him to sneak. Option two, we can go underneath over by the chain area and try to sneak through to unbar the gate and let them come in. Or C, me and you, because 15-foot high wall, you're, 7, 8 feet tall and strong enough probably to lift me up to where I can grab it and I can toss down the rope.
I like the rope idea.
Okay, do you want to do it from the west side?
Yes.
West side?
Okay, so you guys might have misunderstood. I was pulling something up on my end. You guys are going over the wall in one form or fashion?
Yes. Or at least get up high enough to where I can see over it and I can time the guy that's walking.
Okay, so he's got a torch, so obviously you don't have to even try to see him. You see where he's at. So you're going up right there by the keep, and how's this working?
Augie's gonna boost me up, and I'm going to basically see where he is and see if there's anybody else, or see if I can see inside the area. If I can't see inside the area, then I'm going to tie a rope around one of the crenellations, and then Augie can use that to help climb himself up.
But you cannot, even with Augie, you can't necessarily just peek in. You have to pull yourself up, but it doesn't require any checks. Just so you know, you're not, with him, you standing on his shoulders, you're still too short to climb over, but you can reach up, and you are pretty light, and he's pretty strong. But
that's what I was figuring.
You do look in, and I will give you a little view of the area before you get too much higher. So you can't see very far because it's dark.
Yeah. The only torches are being carried by the guards, I assume.
Yes.
Maybe a couple in the general area.
You can see about to the edge of the large keep, and there's another building there in the middle of the, I guess, general courtyard, castle yard, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like it has another building, and you can make out the shadow that travels down to the other wall. But that's about all you can make out.
Okay, is this guard literally going from tower to tower, or is he just kind of okay? The battlement doesn't go into the towers, so I mean there's a solid wall on each end of that walkway. But yeah, he's just kind of pacing. He's taking his time. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You can go ahead and talk. I just was letting you know. I'm gonna throw a G on there for where he's at. Okay.
Is he any noticeable marks on his armor or surcoat or anything like that, or he's just a general ruffian type deal?
He looks like he's a general ruffian, some type of guard. He doesn't look disreputable. He doesn't look reputable. He's not wearing plate mail shiny armor, and he's not wearing feathers like the Feathergale Knights, but he just looks like he is wearing standard beat-up, junky leather armor, got himself a sword and a crossbow and a torch.
Okay, and it takes him, probably 10 rounds to go back and then turn around, come up this way?
I'd say, yeah, about 5-10 rounds, about a minute. He's not moving extremely fast.
Still want to go this way, Augie? Because I plan on going over and then going for the front door to try to unbar it.
Yeah, I think we got this.
Okay, so pretty much when he gets back up to the top and then turns around to go back south, we're going to execute the plan. Toss the rope around a crenellation, do a tie on it, and I'm gonna go over and down the stairs as quickly and quietly as possible to hide in that corner just south of those stairs.
I think if I toss you up, also, I can get a good 3 feet. I can get you a good 3 feet in the air.
Yeah, but I still have to get the rope set in place for you. So if standing on your shoulders, I should be able to reach the crenellations to tie the rope, right?
Yes, you should.
Okay, so literally as soon as he turns around and start coming around, we'll do the rope. I'll shimmy up over and you shimmy up, and then we'll go hide just south of those stairs if we can.
Got it.
And
So
if not,
you're-
jump back over and run like hell.
So you guys are waiting for him to be where? You can move the token. Show me the token where you want him to be when you're going to act.
When he gets here and he's going to turn around strolling, I would probably say a good 15, 20 feet. Right about there. I think that'll give us enough time, because the torch is, 30 feet?
Roughly. Yes.
Roughly. Yeah, I think that would give us plenty of time for him to get down south, turn around, start walking up, and both of us get up and over and down to the south area before he gets back into view.
Okay. And give me a stealth check. I'm working on the assumption you're trying to be quiet, so give me a stealth check. Each of you, as you go up and over.
Yeah.
You guys are extremely quiet as you get down and around, and he doesn't even seem to be aware that you just infiltrated on his guard path.
Also would have probably grabbed that rope too, so it's just not hanging there.
Aw. Take my fun away.
What's this? Jesus.
And
So are we
Magma.
running to the door now?
No, we are sneaking to the door now.
Okay.
Augie got the door!
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Okay.
Might as well have brought third guy.
So those fantastic stealths are enough to get you guys over here without him detecting you. So if you guys want to move to where you want to be.
Again, as he's back towards the north side, that's when I'll step out from the wall and peek around and see what's going where. And
Okay.
see where the other guard's walking to, so I don't try to find the sweet spot to where I can go in that tower area to unbolt the door if I can.
It's fairly simple. It doesn't appear that they have any coordination. I'm going to give you a description. A little more unmasking here. 1 second. So, in this center area, this courtyard, it's just inside the gatehouse. It's mostly bare dirt, some tufts of some wiry grass. You can tell the building, now that you're here, the long building with those 2 double doors is a stable. You can tell that's what it is. And the gatehouse to the west, and the keep, of course, is up there. From the actual gate, you can see an entrance. From the actual gate, you can see there's an entrance to the tower I just unmasked. I gotta change my pointers here. So this is an entrance to that tower. And then just inside of the gate, you have a portcullis that is currently lowered. And for those of you who aren't up to date on castle technology, a portcullis is basically an extremely large iron fence gate type thing, and they usually fall down from above, and they're usually pretty heavy, and they basically block the whole door. What it's for is if somebody breaks through the front gate and a bunch of, an army runs in, it stops the army in between the actual gate and this, and it's got bars so that the people on this side can shoot them and stab them. And usually somewhere in the corridor between A and B, which I'm unmasking, and you will see, there's an arrow slit, which is what that is. You can see there's no guard in between, but there is an arrow slit right here. So the idea being they get in there, they get bottled up, and they get shot from above. So it's like a second level of defense.
Can we see? So the two double doors on the right, that's a stable of some sort?
Correct.
Okay. I'm still being sneaky, but I'm going to go over here and listen at this door to see if I hear anybody in there take care of the horses or if it's just, whinnying of the horses. You stay there.
Well, before you start moving around, I didn't give you a full description of it just
Sorry.
because... No, you're fine. I didn't know you were heading over there. From there, you can tell the roof is about 80% caved in. This is definitely not one of the buildings they're working on repairing. So, it definitely doesn't
Okay.
look like it's occupied.
Okay. And that goes all the way up to the top, or is that a different area? It looks like there's glass in the top part.
The top part is a different building. That is an actual self-contained building. It looks like it's butted up against the stable, but that building looks like it's in good repair or good shape and under repair. The stable looks like it's just collapsed.
Okay. And I assume those are windows up top?
Up top, where?
The two blue shapes right by the doors, looks like?
Yes, those are
On
windows.
this? Okay. Okay, well, not there. Yeah, coming back over here, waiting until the guard turns around, heading back south, and then going across the area to see what's the rest of this area.
Okay, so you're heading
sneaky.
east?
Yeah, I'm gonna head east now that I know that the stables are pretty much nobody's in there.
So, give me another set of double stealth checks, one for Augie, one for Shaban, please.
Lucky. Okay, crack, stay there.
So, Shaban, you make it across quietly, and Augie, you are heading across, and...
I did not move.
I understand. I'm saying that you start to head across, and you step on a stick.
But I didn't move.
The stealth check, whether you attempted to be quiet, and at some point you made a little noise, and now I'm going to need another stealth check from both of you.
I'll keep mine.
Okay. Stand by.
I just want to make it clear that I'm not moving.
I understand. Okay.
I think it's a squirrel.
So you guys trade sides, and as the guard comes over the top of you, Augie, you hear him coming, and you back up into the shadows, and he doesn't seem to realize you're there. And just continues on his patrol. So Shaban made it across. If you're going to try and run across, you'll have to give me another stealth check.
Shaban will hold her hand up towards Augie and kind of give her the wait signal, or him the wait signal.
Augie nods his head.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
So you're going out alone, Shaban?
Yes, give me a second. Okay, there, my monitor started acting crazy. Yes, I'm gonna go on alone for now.
Okay.
I peek up over and sneaky like look in the window.
The windows have shutters on the inside.
Okay, do I hear anything? I'm gonna give you a perception.
You can, that's what I need.
Damn it. Just go with the first one, I don't hear shit.
You do not hear anything.
I'm going to this door and listening and peeking in.
It's also shuttered, but no, you do not hear anything. I'm going to go ahead and do some more unmasking real fast.
Thank you.
On that.
As I'm going, I'm also looking like the opening leading north and all that stuff. I'm not just gonna walk. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Okay.
Peek around the corner here.
Okay, give me another stealth check, please. So you take a look, you can now see the little water area inside. You notice there's a steep stairway down the bluff, the escarpment there. There's another door, some more windows. And then from that side of the tower, let me get this tower unmasked here. Apparently it went too hard. You're able to make out the remainder, including the guard patrolling over there.
So there are 4 guards, I assume. One going to the each cardinal direction.
Correct.
Okay. She's gonna come after once the coast is clear. She'll come up here and listen at this door.
That door is closed and there are no sounds that you can detect within. The keep seems to be asleep.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Is there any lights like coming out from underneath or anything, or?
The doors are all new. They're well fitted.
Okay. Come back here and look over at Augie, make sure the guard's not still doing his patrol, and then I'll go back over and join him.
Okay, throw me one last stealth check for you getting back.
I'll take the second one.
Okay, and doesn't seem like the guard noticed you. And you guys are back together.
I'll give Augie the general layout. I didn't go into any buildings, but I didn't see if there would be any way to house or hide somebody.
Okay.
That's just the way. Are these guards, are they wearing helmets?
Wearing leather caps.
Yeah, but not like steel helmets. That's what I meant.
No. They're wearing leather armor.
Sorry, I'm thinking real through.
Do you want me to go up there and kill him, and then you can hold the torch, and I can get the others?
Yeah, I could hold the torch and like walk back and forth, try to do a general gate of the guy. But the issue is if we make any noise, it's going to rouse everybody.
I mean, I can try and kill him softly.
Well, between the
They
two
made
of
a
us, we
song about that.
Killing You Softly with his song. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So the wall here, the walkway is 15 feet, right, Tony?
The walkway is about 9 feet. The wall. So, for perspective, from the outside to the top of the wall is 15 feet.
Yeah.
From where you guys are standing on the inside to the top of the wall, it's 10 feet tall. The walkway, the little guard walkway, is about 9 feet wide.
Okay, this is what I think we should do if we're gonna storm this place. Do you want to storm this place, or do you want to go back to the group and see what they think?
I mean, I guess we should go back to the group. But I feel like we have such a great advantage where we're at right now.
Yeah, but we'll still need to get them in here. And again, we don't know if these guys are good, bad, or indifferent. Because you guys went up and knocked on the door to the flying dudes. So these guys may be friendly as well. Then again, these guys could be evil, ass-raping murderers. I don't know.
I mean, I tried to be nice to the last people, and they wanted to hurt me really bad. I don't know.
What group was that?
The ones we just fought?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Shaban, this is where the prisoners were led to, so Shaban's definitely thinking,
You don't know
regardless.
that.
I thought this is the, they got on the boat, so I'd assume it would come up to this location.
Or went down to Ironford.
Or it went down to Ironford, but then you'd have to explain why you got a bunch of prisoners in a fucking boat in Ironford. Unless they kept them underneath. So this, I would say all options included, they probably came north.
All right, we can just knock on the door, and if they don't want to let us in, then we'll fucking get in again.
You want to we'll wait for the morning to knock on the door?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, basically the reverse of what we did. We'll go up, throw the lassoed rope over the edge, you climb down, I'll climb down, stand on your shoulders, take the rope off, and we'll wait till we get another opportunity and then beat feet out of here.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Throw me one stealth check each for your movement around.
I'll go with that 7. Last
Okay.
lucky.
You guys both managed to make it without drawing his attention. You know, the leader, the best people usually aren't on guard. And you guys managed to make it back to the party, and I'll leave the map up. Obviously, they described to you what they saw, so the map is now available for everybody. Which it should have been all along anyways.
Yeah. So again, options are, especially, we're not going to make it through that door. Because raising a portcullis is louder than hell. So we're not going to be able to make it through there. We're going to have to go up either around in the water, which the people with heavy armor, good luck. Go ahead and roll your new character, Falcor, because you're wearing heavy armor. But I think if we're going to infiltrate it, we have a way to get in there again. If we're going to go to the front door and try knocking when it's daylight, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. What do you guys want to do?
Tanner and Mal.
Yep, hang on, just had some problems with Fantasy Grounds.
No problem. I just wanted to make sure you guys hadn't fallen asleep.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. So, yeah, our options are either, I don't know if I caught all that, either climb over the wall, can't really break through the gates, or swim into the river.
Well, if we're going to assault it, there's 2 ways we can do it. Me and Augie can go back up and try to waylay that guard in a surprise round and being as quiet as possible. So Augie only aims for the guy's head, and I can stab anywhere. Or we can swim around trying to be as quiet as possible, but you're going to be in the water. There's going to be some noise being made by the people in heavy armor. There's going to be noise made, period, but at least we can get into the perimeter without making a huge fuss. I have no clue how many people are here. I didn't want to take a chance by opening doors and, freaking having lights in there and giving away positions, stuff like that. Didn't seem like there were any lights anywhere, but, it's good doors, everything. The doors are all well made, and the shutters on the inside, the windows were blocking all the light. I'm sorry, I've been up since 4 this morning. So that was, or we could go up to the door and like you guys did for the flying dudes.
My feeling is that they're bad people, but I don't know for sure. So it's whatever you guys want to do.
Just 1 second, I found Matt's signature sound. He was up since 4. Let's see. It's a crying baby like Matt.
Oh, that's it. I was apologizing for yawning at everybody while I was trying to talk. And what do you do today besides sit on your thumb?
I had to go to a bunch of classes or take a bunch of computer classes at work.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had to babysit a bunch of grown-ass fucking adults.
Sounds like the Army.
Right?
Okay, so this is, let's see, it's about 10:15.
User in your channel timed out.
Looks like we might be having a little internet issue. And I feel like this decision might have some consequences. And it might take some time. So why don't we call it a night here and we can make plans to continue. Is that all right with everybody?
That works for me.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll be back on voice in a bit. Tanner, if you could let Mal know not to super stress about whatever issue he's having, we're just going to call it.
Yeah, will do.
And are you heading to bed there, Tanner?
No, I'll be up for a bit.
Okay. I'll chat with you in a little bit.
Yep, I am heading to bed.
Okay,
Tony,
sounds good.
we still on for Sunday?
We should be. I'll let you know.